Okay, folks, buckle up. We're diving deep into Ghanaian politics today. But not just any politician. No. We're talking about a man they call General Mosquito.
General Mosquito, huh? That's pretty catchy.
Catchy and honestly kind of intimidating, right? Makes you wonder what he's like. Well, that's what we're here to find out. We're going to unpack the career of Johnson Asiedu Nketia and how he's shaped Ghana's National Democratic Congress, the NDC.
The NDC, yeah, they've been a major force in Ghana for a while now.
This guy, Asiedu Nketia, he was born in 1956. He's seen it all. To be considered a stalwart of the NDC, a defining figure, as this article calls him. Man, he must have some stories. But before we get into all that, can you set the scene for us a bit? Like, what kind of party is the NDC, for those of us who aren't experts in Ghanaian politics?
Right, so the NDC, they're one of the two big players in Ghana. Think center-left, leaning toward social democracy, democratic socialism, that sort of thing. They've had their share of the presidency since Ghana became a multi-party democracy back in the early 90s.
Okay, so not some fringe group. Real power players. And this Asiedu Nketia, he was their general secretary for 17 years, from 2005 to 2022. That's a long time to be running the show behind the scenes. What does that job even entail? General secretary of a political party? What do you do all day?
It's a big job, for sure. You're basically the COO, the chief operating officer of the whole party. You're handling the day-to-day stuff, managing the staff, keeping an eye on the money, and probably most importantly, you're coming up with the strategies for elections and making sure they actually happen. 17 years in that role. It tells you this guy, Asiedu Nketia, he not only knows how to get things done, but also understands the NDC inside and out.
You'd think someone in that kind of position would have a background in law or political science or something. But Asiedu Nketia's degree is actually in economics. He's also got additional education in management and finance. That's a pretty different path to politics. How do you think that might have shaped his approach?
Well, it definitely makes you think. I mean, with that kind of background, he probably looks at things a bit differently than someone who came up through the ranks of, say, student government or activism. He's likely got a strong grasp of policy, how to manage resources, maybe even a bit more focus on the long game, the sustainability of things. That's got to be valuable when you're the one responsible for keeping a whole political party afloat.
And it wasn't just his financial know-how that got him this far. This article talks about his sharp wit, his eloquence, his unyielding dedication to the principles of social justice and democracy. It even mentions how he was able to connect with people from all over, rural and the urban audiences. That's got to be tough to pull off, especially in a country as diverse as Ghana.
No doubt. That takes some serious charisma. He must have been able to explain complex ideas in a way that resonated with everyone, no matter where they came from. Building that kind of broad base is essential if you want to get anything done in politics.
So we've got this picture of Asiedu Nketia as a sharp, dedicated guy, a real political operator who knows how to rally people to his side. But then, after nearly 2 decades as General Secretary, he takes on a new role in 2022. National Chairman of the NDC. Now, is that a promotion? A sideways move? What's the deal?
It's tricky. See, the national chairman, it's more of I guess you could say a symbolic role. It's about representing the party on the big stage, being the face of the NDC. Some might see it as a step back from the day-to-day grind of being general secretary.
Less in the trenches, more like a figurehead.
Kind of, yeah. But it also tells you he's still got the respect, the influence within the party. It's like going from general on the battlefield to elder statesman advising from a distance.
And this article mentions him being an inspiration to younger politicians.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think they're drawn to? Is it his political skills, his commitment to social justice, or maybe, just maybe, that General Mosquito nickname?
It's got to be a little bit of everything. I mean, his career, it shows dedication, resilience, working his way up in the NDC. That takes some serious political savvy. And yeah, that nickname, love it or hate it, it says something about the guy. There's a certain cunning there, a tenacity that I'm sure resonates with up-and-comers.
So to sum it all up, we've got Johnson Asiedu Nketia, a.k.a. General Mosquito, a man who's had a hand in shaping the NDC for decades. He's got the brains, the personality, the experience. But now he's in this new role as national chairman. What do you think the future holds for him, both in the NDC and in Ghanaian politics overall? That's something for all of us to ponder.